No, they won't spin for you.
Don't you touch me.
All right, well, you were just touching her.
I said I did not touch her.
You were just trying to spin her around.
Me of something?
I'm sorry for touching you.
Fuck you.
At least 1 week out of every month,
Yeah.
I don't eat any meat.
Really?
Period.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that.
So for you in your life, just on an individual level, what holds you back from doing that every week of the month? You know what?
Because it's part of being a human. You're supposed to eat meat.
Why is that?
We have canines.
Do you know?
Canines are designed for meat.
Do you know which animal has the biggest canines in the world?
What's that?
Hippopotamus. They're herbivores. So
That's
lots of
one.
animals have canines that
They
aren't
weren't always
carnivores.
herbivores.
Hippopotami were.
No, they weren't.
What are you talking about?
Google it. Once again,
You Google it. You Google it.
What I'm saying is, they are descendants from dinosaurs, and their oldest form from evolution.
Okay.
They ate meat.
I'll give you this.
That's a fact. I'm saying you can
listen,
look
man.
it up.
I'll give you this. We can eat meat, right? We can, and you can chew it, you can swallow it, you can digest it.
I'm saying your body's designed to eat meat.
Well,
It's natural.
biologically look, there's a couple ways we go first. So biologically, we don't resemble carnivores most closely. But let's say we did.
most closely.
Let's say we did.
I
But
didn't say that.
But look, let's say we're designed for it. Let's say we're designed to eat meat, right?
We are.
Do we have to be healthy?
You know what? There's a lot of people who are anemic who need the meat to get those levels of iron.
What's your source for that? And you're all about pulling up
Facts. I'm saying you can Google everything I say. You can Google and it's correct.
What I've Googled is that anemia comes from an iron deficiency.
Right, and I said they need the iron, that is present in that is such a pure source that's not made in the lab.
Do you think there's iron found in plants? Do you think there's iron?
I didn't say there wasn't.
Right. And so there is.
But it's easier for your body to process.
So the iron
what doesn't break down? Cellulose.
The iron we find in animal products is actually called heme iron, which is linked to breast cancer and all kinds of tumor growth. Heme iron is
talking about animals that are fed with steroids, fed with GMO food. You just said that.
Heme iron is. I just said it's found in animals.
No, right. But what crops did you say were used to feed the animals?
Soy, corn.
No, you said GMO products.
Yeah, a lot of it is GMO.
Which is bad. And most animals that are farmed or used in those are given steroids.
And you don't eat those
some
animals.
type of alternative. Typically, I try to make sure that it's antibiotic-free and steroid-free if I'm going to eat that type of meat.
So are you saying the reason you wouldn't be vegan is because you would have anemia? Is that what you're saying? I guess I misunderstood you. So what would keep you from doing it?
Because I'm American.
Well, I mean, lots of Americans are vegan, right?
Certain.
Do you think it's un-American to be vegan?
Yeah.
Why?
Because America, what did the forefathers do? Everyone has eaten meat. Half these diseases and issues and allergens that are present are because of people wanting to change their diet. Mm-hmm. There's just as many people who are unhealthy who
our
are
forefathers
vegan.
owned slaves too. Does that mean it's okay to own slaves?
It is what it is.
Yeah, but would you own slaves now? Because our forefathers did.
If I could, I would.
You would own slaves if you could? Why can't you?
What about child labor?
What about it? You wouldn't do that either, right?
I'm just saying, if you're going to talk about...
I'm just saying...
What type of shoes you wear? Who do you think made your shoes?
These are USA made. They're fair trade. They're vegan leather, man.
I don't...
These are from a consignment store. I want to know why it's not American to be vegan.
Because Americans eat meat.
Yeah, but Americans also rape each other and murder each other.
They rape each other and murder each other everywhere.
So is it un-American to not rape someone?
That's not to compare eating meat to rape.
Well, how do you think all these animals come into existence?
They're animals. That's what you keep failing to
We're
realize.
animals.
We're not.
Humans, what are we?
We're the highest level
of what?
Of the food chain.
So we're an animal in the food chain?
Of an ecological web.
So are we an animal?
We're absent out of it.
Why are we absent?
Because we are the only organism that is aware that's outside of existence. That's outside of the ecosystem.
So if we have heightened awareness, why wouldn't we choose to use that heightened awareness to not cause harm unnecessarily? Why would we use that awareness?
Is a cow as smart as you?
Is everyone else?
I'm asking.
Aren't there humans less smart than you? No, cows are not as smart as me. No,
people.
I'm not doing that. I'm just asking why, with our heightened awareness, we wouldn't choose to stop causing unnecessary harm. I'm not saying it's the same level as killing a person. I'm not saying that.
You just equated eating meat to rape, and now you're saying it's not
No.
what you did.
No. What I'm doing is you
if
said
it's
eating meat is
American,
okay
right.
because Americans do it.
I said it's an American thing, and then you said
Why is it
Americans rape each other too.
No. What happened
That's exactly what you just said. That's verbatim.
you said that eating meat is okay because Americans do it. And I said, well, Americans also rape each other.
Right.
So I'm saying by your logic, raping
That's not
people would
my
be
logic.
okay. He said it's okay if Americans do it. And Americans eat meat.
I said Americans eat meat. I
Right.
said it's an
And that's
American
what-
thing to do.
But Americans
And then you
also
said-
rape each other.
And so does everyone else in the world.
So does that make rape an American thing to do? Because Americans
it doesn't
do
make
it.
an American thing.
So why is eating meat American?
Because in America, it's one of the things that has continually been propagated or put on to.
So was slavery.
It's a trait.
So was slavery. I mean,
Slavery
slavery was
was.
propagated, and our forefathers
Everyone
did
doesn't
it.
say it's bad.
What do you mean?
They didn't. You're saying
It was
you're
legal.
saying slavery has continued to be propagated. I'm saying eating meat is still.
I'm saying
propagated.
slavery was an injustice that was propagated for
There's-
centuries, and that didn't make it right.
Not for that
And so just
many
because this is being propagated doesn't make it right. Just because eating animals is propagated.
I have African Americans that are very close into my family tree. I'm also half Native American. I'm saying
Yeah.
you're talking to the wrong person, and you want to compare these social injustices or to say. I'm just trying to explain to you.
Let me ask you a question. If these animals aren't enslaved, are they free?
They're animals.
Are they free?
You keep.
How would you describe it?
They're animals. That's how I would
Are they?
describe
Are
it.
they?
They have no. They have other than sustenance. They are of no importance.
Are they just an object?
Exactly.
If
That's
I had
the
a dog,
equivalent.
if I had a dog here, and I just started kicking it, would you find that morally acceptable?
It is what it's. If it's your dog, it's your dog.
But I'm asking
Have you ever been-
if you think it's acceptable for me to do that.
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care if I started beating a
No,
dog
I
here on the
wouldn't.
street? Okay, well, that's very
I've
interesting.
seen people get beat like that.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it acceptable
I'm
to
just
beat
saying
animals.
if you're, I didn't say it was, but I'm saying it's.
You just
your
said it would be
I said
acceptable.
it's your prerogative. If it's your dog, it's your dog.
Why would it be okay for me
Shut
to?
up. So, once again, you said if I had a dog, so you're saying you can own it, right?
Well, you can
can
care
own
for
an
it. You can
animal.
care
No,
for an
you
animal.
can own an animal.
You can care for an animal.
You can own an animal.
I didn't say that. You said
You
that.
just said if I have.
In my care. If I have a
Which
dog
means
in my care.
possession. In my possession.
You're
not
playing
in my
word.
care.
You're playing word games, and I'm trying to talk about the ethics of something. You're just playing word games with me.
you're
Not
talking-
trying to actually make a point. You're just trying
I
to
am
trip me
making a
up.
point. I'm
What's your
just
point?
saying that they're animals.
I know they're animals. I know that. You don't have to convince me that cows are animals.
No, that's not the point. The point
So what is the point?
That they're of less relevance or less importance.
That's
that
fine.
There's so many more things in the world
It's
that
okay for
have
you to.
value.
I'm okay with you thinking that, but that doesn't answer
Those
the
are
question.
facts.
But let me ask you a question. Whether or not they're of lesser importance, let's say they are, how do we morally justify stabbing them in the throat?
How if you kill something?
Well, how do we justify
supposed
killing?
to
How do we
euthanize
justify killing them?
How do you justify war?
I don't justify it. If you were going to justify it, I would say it was for the greater good, to create
Well then,
peace.
okay. Well then, the animals are for the greater good.
How?
To create sustenance.
Yeah, but can we eat other things?
Sustenance.
Can we eat other things?
Yes.
So it's not necessary.
Who's to say what's necessary or isn't?
Well, science. The World Health Organization has said you can thrive on a plant-based diet, even in pregnancy, that you don't need meat or animal products to
Do
be
you not
healthy.
see that? Okay. Blue now. Do you not see all these allergies that exist that didn't exist years ago?
I don't know the history of allergies. What do you know about
Well,
allergies?
you should research it.
Okay.
A
What
lot
should I
of
look
them
into?
have come from these different diets that you're talking about.
It's not like the only people with allergies are vegans.
I didn't say that.
So what
I
are you
said there
attributing
are
it to?
certain allergies that have come into widespread existence
Yeah.
from that diet,
Uh-huh.
from people choosing not to eat meat. Guess what else is in meat? Different parasites, different bugs,
Right.
things that build up your immune system,
right.
things that are necessary
You're right.
and needed.
No. There are no parasites. There's no essential parasite that we need in our body. It doesn't exist.
Yes, there is.
What is it? What's the parasite we need?
Look, there you
What's
have
it
different
called?
bacteria. In your, I mean,
Sure, it's a gut biome.
Google.
Yeah.
You're asking me to give you
What you're saying,
into the 10th
what you're
degree.
saying defies not only the World Health Organization right now,
I'm
but the
saying
American
you could
Dietetic
research it
Association.
and-
I have researched the American
Right,
Dietetic
but you won't look it
Association.
up. I'm saying it'll take you 2 seconds to look it up right this
What do you want me to
second.
look up? What do you want me to look up? I'll look it up.
Okay, gut
The parasites that we need
gut
to consume?
bacteria that comes from eating different meats.
Yeah. Did you want to Google that phrase?
I'm just saying that it's as basic as that. You can look that up, and it will show you that certain parts help to develop people's stomachs.
Uh-huh.
That's irritable bowel syndrome, different illnesses.
Can I ask what your source is for this?
I was a biology major.
Yeah.
pre-professional health.
Okay.
Took the pre-MCATs. I'm saying I am going to eventually.
So are you
be a doctor.
familiar? Are you familiar with the American Dietetics Association and position on a plant-based diet? Are you
Okay.
familiar with
Right.
it?
You're saying, oh, are you familiar?
It's okay if you're not. It's okay if you're not.
It's a governing body does not mean that it's correct. Just like the American.
So,
time out. Just
I
like
agree.
the American Psychiatric Association, the APA, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm
Just
asking your
changed-
source.
Just changed gender identity. Just changed all these different things that were considered mental illnesses in the DSM-V.
Yeah.
Are now not.
Right. That's why I'm asking your
No,
source,
I'm
because I'm
just
willing to
saying
educate
yours-
myself. I'm willing to look
saying that
into it.
it's-
If your source is
textbook, any
Google,
book.
well, I've read textbooks and books, so that's why I'm asking your source, because I'm willing to educate myself. If you can tell me where I should look,
I'm saying there's more
inviting
than one
you.
source.
Okay, so what's a good starting place?
I'll be back. I'll go get a phone with internet and then come back.
Okay, what was your name? I'm Benny, by the way.
I'm just
Okay,
saying
I'll be here. I'll be here.